you may be sitting there asking yourself, are you fresh? And you should never ask yourself that question. Just like if your car's out of gas, you don't have to ask. It stopped moving. Well, you gotta be fresh. I can't stress it enough. Yeah, I did get a new shirt. Nice, right? I guess it's like a shirt-like jacket. Nice, comfortable. I mean, it's like a heavy, but it's really good quality. It's like very soft on the inside. And I like the pattern. I like the pattern. I sound like I'm from New York. I was trying to like blend in with the locals. Plaid and flannel. That kind of vibe. Salt of the earth, good people. We got a Toro here that is provided to us by Gio. A Davidoff is a cigar that he says it's one of his favorite Davidoffs to smoke. I guess there's other ones, obviously, that could cost way more and be really crazy about collecting, but this is one of his favorites to actually smoke. This was listed around $32 when it came out. I don't know what he paid for it or what terrible thing he did behind a dumpster behind, like, a KFC in Queens. That's none of my business. Very well made. A light brown looking wrapper, Ecuadorian wrapper, a hybrid binder, Dominican, and then you have 4 Dominican different leaves in the filler and in Nicaraguan. So it's 2 different countries in the filler, but 5 separate leaves. So altogether, 7 different types of tobacco in the cigar from 3 countries, Nicaragua, Dominican, and Ecuador, but still 7 different leaves. It could play together well. They could. It also could be crazy, or it could be terrible. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I already like that. Soft, gentle heat. I went up the wrong pipe. I don't even know how to explain what just happened there. I was like puffing, and that little tiny piece of tobacco went up my throat. No diddy. Awkward. Okay, soft, gentle heat. Wow. What is happening right now? Is Richie dying? No. First was that little piece of tobacco. Here's another little piece. I guess there's another little piece. The second one, though, bro, that hit me kind of stronger than I thought. I just held the smoke there. I need a reset. high. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's really nice. That is very complex. The finish is very long. Not super heavy though. Really quite spicy, but spicy and like sweet, but tingly and bubbly at the same time, without being overly spicy. Like you know, like a persistent medium level of spice. Tingling it. Already my mouth's already cold. I feel like I've been smoking a cigar for 2 days. That's really good. Yeah, it's a cigar. What's going on, Davidoff? Nobody don't get that much loose tobacco. He's trying to choke me out here. Okay. Very nice, regular, medium plus. The finish grows. Very nutty. Slightly creamy. Beautiful amounts of sweet and black pepper spices dancing around the tongue. Lively. Coating the tongue. This is a very enjoyable cigar to smoke. In some aspects, it kind of reminds me of like the Cohiba Red Dot. And I'm not saying all the flavor, but the type of sweetness, and then also the way the spice in the Cohiba is like lively and fun. It's like part of the spice and sweetness. That's very nice. This is very balanced but fun and exciting kind of cigar, and this is off the bat. And this is 3 years aged on top of that. We're at a heavy medium plus right there. My shoulder's a little tight today. Oh, I need to get a massage. I'm gonna go and come back. Do I like this cigar? Yeah, it's really good. It's very enjoyable. Very nice finish. Not super dark, about 60-65% darkness. It overall feels just a little darker than like a Connecticut shade, believe it or not. Oh, here we are, getting toasty, creamy nuttiness. Black pepper spice getting much stronger. A little bit of red. Raw sugar dancing around. That's a nice plot. That is stronger than the regular Churchill. And that's kind of strong for a Davidoff in general, off the bat. And lively. It's lively, and it's not super dark, so it has a lot of... Normally cigars to get this level of strength, about medium full, but it's lively from the beginning, would have to generally go darker. So it is kind of unique. Well, I got nothing bad to say about it. Definitely medium full right there, without a doubt. Like a solid medium full right there. Now the finish is super long and heavy. This far in, and this cigar has been aged 3 years post-release. Oh, dude, this cigar is a strong cigar. Really surprising. Really surprising. That might be one of the spiciest Davidoffs I ever had. Really quite surprising. Really. I'm really surprised on this. Glad I got a brand new shirt for this. This is comfortable, nice threads. Not like a new shirt. I got flannel shirts over 5 years. Wow. We're gonna go and come back. It's very complex, very nice. The flavor is very heavy but lively on the tongue. It's a lot of it, it's all dancing. I can see why he enjoys this. This is really, for any cigar, this would be really fun, strong and lively, and not being super dark. But for Davidoff, they can do a lot of lighter cigars, but they're never this strong or this lively like that. It's really impressive. Well, we're back. Great construction. Probably gonna drop the ash. It's a nice, at this point, calm down a little bit, but that also might be because we're holding the cherry. We're holding the ash. Let's get rid of the ash. It's a good ash. There's the Lajero. Right away, much stronger. Yeah, it's medium full. Very nutty. Rich cedar. I always said Davidoff has some of the best cedar notes. And I don't know why that is. It's the tobacco, whether they're blending. Davidoff has some of the best cedar notes. This is really enjoyable. Now, in the realm of cigars, it's not really a strong cigar. In the realm of Davidoff, though, it's very strong for Davidoff, yet at the same time, Davidoff has like these standards. Davidoff's always going to have flavor that coats the tongue. It's generally going to be very smooth. It's generally going to have great construction. Generally, they burn pretty fast, though. Their combustions, and their draw is generally very, trying not to damage this. The draw is generally very lively, to say the least. And, balanced, generally get good complexity, and the notes are generally very crispy, they're very clear. For some people, they really appreciate that. For others, they're going to say, well, it's not worth the money. For other people, it might just be, man, once in a while you celebrate and toss it to the wind, and you have a $20, $30 Davidoff. I'm somewhere between all of that, I definitely respect Davidoff as a brand and their level of prestige. However, I'm not getting into crazy stuff like the Oro, or even, I'm not buying now, it's $180 for a royal release. It's not doing that. Even if, and I could buy one right now, but it's just, I'm happy with other stuff that's not that crazily priced. Now, of course, you can get like Davidoff Nicaragua, generally give or take around $20, give or take, plus like cheapest it seems like 18, highest it seems like 30. Then if you're still on New York, though, that's different. But even then, so is this a good cigar? No, this is a great cigar. So with outside of Davidoff, no, it's not like some crazy strong cigar. But in the realm of Davidoff, it is strong for Davidoff. It's very lively. Great smoke output. Nice coffee note. Very nutty. Rich cedar. Raw sugar. Nice black pepper. Great clarity. It's very enjoyable. It doesn't have an exotic feel, but it has a lot of classic notes done in a way that's very balanced, where not one note is like taking the complete dominance. Holding that note right there, it's impressive to see a Davidoff at like a solid medium full without being super dark, and being in the Davidoff package, really. Davidoff really is not known overall for making strong cigars, especially if you go on their other side. Like, they have the black label, which have like the Nicaragua, the Escurio. What's the other one with that crazy name? What the hell's that name? Yamasa. Sounds like an insult when you get into a fight. What'd you say about my mother? Yamasa. Your mom's so fat. When she walks down the street. Forget it. Yeah, I was driving down the road today, and they had a woman in high heel, like leather boots, beautiful outfit, thick, night. I mean, looked like a porterhouse. Um, just standing in the middle of the road, and she was handing out Trump bumper stickers. Like, so I stopped. She gave me like 5 of them. I was like, wow, it's a lot of bumper stickers. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know whoever they got, but my goodness, I was about to go help volunteer for the campaign. Oof, she was nice. It's going to be huge. This is a great cigar. Is it my favorite Davidoff? I wouldn't know how to say that. But it's impressively strong, spicy, balanced, lively, fun, being around 60 to 65% darkness. It's really unique for that. And I really appreciate Gio sending this as much as I bust Gio's balls. Whenever people share with the channel, I always say it touches my choch. My choch. Here's my choch. After you touch my choch, it's broken. These are jokes. Next at 10, Richie says his choch is broken. Will he need surgery? Will he identify now? I would not drink scotch with this. I think water's fine. You want to get the flavor on this really beautiful flavor. Long, heavy finish. In some ways it kind of reminds me of like Don Carlos Personal Reserve in the strength factor, in the way the flavor's taking. Not the same exact cigar, but if you like Don Carlos Personal Reserve and how semi-strong that is and lively, you might like this. I'll come back. Well, 0 touch-ups. Very good construction. Great draw, great burn. It's a very delicious cigar to smoke. It hits like all the boxes. It's got beautiful amount of spice, beautiful amount of sweetness, nice nuttiness, rich cedar, very little earth. If you want more earth in Davidoff, you have to go Davidoff Nicaragua, or more Yamasa, or Escurio. I take turns, between the Yamasa and the Escurio, which is kind of stronger or darker, depending on what size. Those are pretty heavy. Very long finish. Very nice, very rich tasting cigar. It's very balanced, but it's giving you plenty of power. For me, it's going to be a 4.7. Very high rating, very delicious. If you could find one, it's been 3 years. I'm not sure if they're even available, but just putting out the content. It was a positive review, a positive blend, and I'm glad I got to enjoy this one time in my life. And the Davidoff made a banger on this. That it's strong for Davidoff, semi-strong compared to other brands, but still Davidoff, very smooth, very balanced, but getting a long, heavy finish with Davidoff with more spice than normal. It's lively though. It's got 7 different tobaccos. The only thing I can say is I did have throughout some little loose tobacco while smoking it. Yeah, the cedar note is toasty as well. It's very nice. I'm kind of relaxed smoking this. I'm gonna have to go take a nap now. Man, this thing wants to put me to sleep. I really enjoyed the cigar. Almost I could say I love this blend. Almost. I can see why he really likes this cigar. Definitely really enjoyable. Very delicious. Very easy to love. semi-strong cigar, that comfortable flavor and heavy finish. And the finish feels like I smoked 2 of these cigars. Really long finish for Davidoff. Really. And my mouth was like coated. I couldn't smoke another cigar. That's my first cigar of the day. I couldn't smoke another one after this. The flavor is just there. Just, the day's done. And we're done. I wish you well. Stay fresh. No cigars in prison. Make sure you eat your prunes. And really a delicious treat on this. Appreciate it, Gio. Thank you so much. From my Choach to yours. Front and back. See you around. Stay fresh.